What if I told you that the difference between actually going through the process of helping someone make a decision and selling them the product or service that you're offering them and losing that opportunity of helping them actually isn't anything about technique? What if I said it's about who you are as a person? What if the biggest key to success in sales was actually a lot more simple? Something as simple as building a muscle. Something that you can develop every day with simple habits, your attitude, and just a simple mindset shift. As salespeople, we can always try and find the perfect script or try and develop one ourselves. Or maybe it's trying to find the perfect lead or trying to generate it ourselves too. Or even trying to say, oh, well, if only I have the perfect plan for them that fits their needs, they'll buy from me every time. That's all good, and I'm not saying that stuff isn't important. It definitely is. But what might be more impactful for you was actually what helped me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you today. These aren't really tactical things. These are more so principles to live by, and they'll help you in your personal and professional life. These are some of the lessons that I've learned from a book called How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling by Frank Bettger. I want you to learn first, contrary to what you might be hearing from the sales gurus out there right now, that enthusiasm can be your most powerful tool. Also, I want you to be able to change your mind on how you look at failure. I want you to learn how to embrace it and how to look at it as a stepping stone towards where you're wanting to go. And really, just how to be your damn self and how to authentically connect with people to win their trust. If you don't know me already, my name's Zach Luckenbill, and I'm a life insurance broker. And I'm passionate not just about what I do in my business of helping people protect what matters most to them, but also sharing what I've been learning about myself through my business and also my personal experiences. My goal is to minimize the amount of times that you have to go through the same struggles that I have in hopes to maximize the amount of times that we can all win together, so that we can all build a life that we deserve, that's full of effectiveness and purpose, and most importantly, the success that we're all looking for. So let's dive in. One of the first things that Bettger talks about in his book that completely changed his sales career is learning the power of enthusiasm. He realized that it can be contagious, and it's not just all about being loud and excited about everything. It's about showing genuine excitement and interest about what you're sharing and what you're trying to sell. If you don't think that it's right for the person you're trying to sell it to, then they're going to pick up on that. If you're in the same industry as me, then you might be thinking, Zach, all the sales gurus out there say that we need to talk low and slow, or act curious and concerned and add pauses in our sentences, which is all important if it's authentic. I think this is all very important too. You need to show them that you feel the emotions that they're feeling. But guess what? None of this is actually going to work for you if you're not actually trying to genuinely help the person on the other side of the phone. If you're simply just trying to sound, curious or concerned, or trying to lower your tone and speak slowly without actually being curious about the person you're talking to, that shit ain't gonna fly, and they'll see right through it. This is something really important that an old mentor of mine taught me a long time ago, and it kind of hurts when you first hear it, but you are not special. You're not any smarter or any dumber than anyone else out there. So when talking to your leads or your potential clients, understand that all you need to do is have a genuine conversation with them. Actually try and help. So in your life, think back to someone that when talking to them, their energy was almost magnetic. You almost couldn't help to be drawn in to what they were saying. That's the power of real enthusiasm. And it looks different on everyone. And Betcher actually learned this the hard way. He shared that when he first got into sales, he kind of treated it as like a business as usual kind of approach, and he failed. But once he started to see what he was selling actually working for the clients after he sold it, he started to develop a real sense of belief in what he was selling, which gave him that enthusiasm. And from there, his results skyrocketed. And this is really important too. So listen to this. Enthusiasm is not something that some people are born with and some people aren't. It's just like anything else. You can develop it in yourself. Bettger says in his book that he actually would scream, "I am happy, I am successful, I am," whatever he said. But I'm not saying you need to do that, but whatever makes you feel a little more excited before you get on the phone is definitely going to help. What I do is I actually listen to music in between calls, so it kind of keeps me in a high energy state. Or if I ever start feeling like I'm kind of getting drowsy, I'll do some push-ups so that I'm actually giving my clients the best that I can. And at the end of the day, you just have to remind yourself why you would be excited about it in the first place. Because it starts with you first. You can't share that with them if it's not in you. So remember, why are you excited about it? Because if you're not, then they won't be either. He also suggests something that I found a little cheesy before I started trying, but it actually works. He says to practice smiling. In the book, he said that he takes a 15-minute shower in the morning and he would force himself to smile the whole time he was in the shower. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm not saying that I do it either, but try it out. Just smile for a second. You feel better. So the next interaction that you have with someone else, whether it's, a sales call or some kind of meeting or even just a conversation with someone in your family or a friend, just be a little more enthusiastic in the conversation. Don't make it weird, but just try it. You'll see the difference. The second thing I wanted to share that I learned in this book is about failure. Failure hurts. But at least from my experience and everyone that I've talked to says that it's necessary. In his book, Bettger actually shared that in the beginning of his sales career, he actually got fired for being, according to his boss, the worst salesperson on the team. But instead of just quitting and trying to find something else, he decided to take that as a learning opportunity and kind of figure out what he was doing wrong so that he could try again and win. This is what he did. After every sales call, he would ask himself what went well, what didn't go well, and what could he do better the next time. By treating every experience he had as feedback, he started growing and getting better really fast. And that was 100 years ago when this guy was alive. So, he had to just go off of his own memory of what he recalled these calls being like. So we're in 2025, so guess what we get to do? I know it's not fun, but we can actually record ourselves. And the most important part after recording yourself is listening to them. Especially the ones that don't go well. Think about it. What if instead of getting discouraged every time you got a no, you saw it as one step closer to getting to a yes? What if you didn't take rejection so personally and instead saw it as an opportunity to refine your approach? Also, pro tip, if you are recording yourself, find someone that is already doing the things that you should be doing and is already where you want to be, and share the recordings with them. Getting a outside perspective can shine a spotlight on what you might be missing. So you can actually start practicing this now without doing anything else. Just think back to the last time that you experienced a failure. Start by writing down 3 things that went well, 3 things that didn't go well, and a couple ways that you could make it better the next time. Bettger's third lesson is, in my opinion, the most important, and to be honest, it's pretty similar to the first one, but he says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. He realized that the best way to sell what he was selling wasn't just about telling him about his service or what he was trying to sell, but it was actually asking questions and genuinely listening. When he shifted his focus from trying to get the client to understand how good it is to understanding the client's situation and what gaps they might have and how they would like to fill them, his results improved dramatically. Authenticity builds trust, and trust closes deals. And if you're anything like me, then you just need to take a deep breath and realize that you're probably overcomplicating this whole thing. Just listen to the damn person. They either reached out to you or you thought they might be a good fit for whatever you're trying to sell them for a reason. Just ask them questions and listen. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. They call it active listening. Focus on what they're saying in the moment, and instead of thinking about the next thing you're going to say to them after, process what they're telling you and ask them a follow-up question about what they just said. Here's another good one. Seek to understand before you're understood. What I've been doing after every one of my sales calls is after the phone call's over, I just send them a little text that has something to do with what we were talking about. And this has been huge. It shows them that I was listening and it implants me in their mind. Try it out. So in your next conversation, whether it's a sales call or a meeting or someone in your personal life or whatever, try doing 20% of the talking just by asking questions and really listening to them. By the way, this book is full of little golden nuggets like this, and these are really only the first 3 that he covers in the book. And also, it's like this thick. It's a really quick read. But if you want me to cover the rest of them, just drop it in the comments or something, and I'll cover the rest. But anyway, remember, enthusiasm sells. Show genuine excitement about what you're selling. Turn failure into feedback. Use every experience as a learning opportunity. And show genuine interest in others. Build trust by focusing on the needs of the person that you're serving. And like I said in the beginning, these principles aren't just good for sales. They're good for everything in life. They're helping me grow my business, strengthen my relationships, and find more purpose in my work. And they might just be able to do the same thing for you. So I'm actually kind of curious, which of these 3 kind of resonated with you more? Share it in the comments. Like, do you feel that you could benefit from being more enthusiastic? Or maybe it's just that you're looking at failure the wrong way. Or maybe it's just as simple as you haven't been a good listener in the past. Let's kind of start a conversation about growth and how to connect better with each other. And again, guys, thanks for watching. I said it in the last one, but it actually holds me accountable. And also, I think it helps these ideas stick in my mind by sharing them too. So, appreciate it. If any of this is actually helping you at all, click the like button. Or maybe you have it all down and I actually need to learn something from you. Share it in the comments. I'm all ears. Also, if you know anybody that could actually benefit from hearing this, feel free and send it to them. Also, if you know anybody that could benefit from hearing this, feel free and send it to them. And don't forget to subscribe so we can all keep growing together. And hey, if you're looking for some guidance on what it would look like to protect you and your family with life insurance, that's what I do. Yes, I am a salesman, and I am proud of it. I'm a good listener, and I can help you clearly identify the gaps that you may have so that we can design a plan that's gonna work for you. Also, if you're curious about joining our team and becoming an agent yourself, then just shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's the Zach Luckenbill. Again, guys, I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.